Hello, BitQueens. Welcome to today's special BitQueens event. This is an onboarding and interactive session. It's a delight to have each and every one of you join us in this special event where we get to learn everything about BitQueens, how we started, where we are, and what our hopes for the future is. You're welcome, everybody. Welcome, Mary. Welcome, Madam Gwemi. Soma, you're welcome. Carol, it's good to have you in today's session. Laura, I see you. Please, let's quickly go to the house and let other women know that we've started. Today's event promises to be in-depth. We want to bring you closer to everything that BitQueens represents and what we hope to achieve, where we are in the frame of things, and how you too can plug in so that you achieve your blockchain goals. So consider this an interactive session, first an onboarding session. If you've not joined any of our special events as this, I remember when we first launched, we had our first meetup where we had a similar event, and we shared with you our vision, our mission, our dreams, what we hope to achieve. Time has passed since then, and we thought it wise to organize another one where we get to also bring in more women into the picture of all things BitQueens and how we are working to support your blockchain journey. Right, so you're welcome, ladies. This is a beautiful Sunday evening. It's just a little past 8 in my own time zone here in Nigeria. And I'm happy that we have women who are joining from different parts of the world. So share in the comments how you feel about today's event. What are your expectations? Do you have any questions that are going through your mind? Yes, you can put them down in the chats, or you can write them in your journal so that when it's time for our interactive session, you'll be able to come up and share with us. Remember, this is supposed to be interactive, so I will encourage us to participate in today's conversation. So without wasting any more time, we have prepared a slide that will guide us in today's conversation. So allow me share that slide so that we can kick off right away. So please do let me know if you can read my screen now. Yes, so I'll be waiting for your feedback in the chats. Can you read my screen? Am I loud and clear? Right, thank you for the feedback. So please, it would be nice to, some names are not being displayed here, with our real names. So please, it would be nice to change or rename your device so that you are addressed properly. Yes, thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you, Mary. So much, I see your feedback. Thank you so much. So like I said, today is a special one. Not like our usual training sessions where we learn different topics. Today, we thought it wise to bring you up to speed on what's been happening in the BitQueens community. Of course, if you're just joining or it's not been long, you joined our community, this will offer you the opportunity to learn more about what we are doing, how we're doing it, how we are incorporating you in all that we do so that you attain your blockchain goals. So it's an onboarding session for new people and even for the old ones to refresh their minds and, of course, get more insights about what we're doing, and, of course, an interactive session. So in the interactive session, that's when you want to share with us your concerns, your observations, your suggestions, any ideas, to make our community a stronger and even more vibrant one. So without wasting any more time, we will just dive right into it. So before we do anything, we want to tell you the BitQueens story, how it all started. So as you all know, or not all of you, if not all of you, most of you know, that I am the founder of BitQueens. Of course, with my team, we put BitQueens together. But it all started back in 2017. I was just a primary school teacher. I never knew that, my love for education and teaching will, eventually lead me down this road. For me, teaching was, something I loved to do. I started at a very early age. In fact, as soon as I left high school, there's a primary school close, to where I live in my neighborhood. And after staying at home for a few months because we were waiting for, our high school results to be out, and then my mom is a teacher, I woke up one morning and told her that I was tired of, staying at home. I wanted to go to work with her. So she, well, didn't think of it as anything, and she approved of it. So about 6 months after I left high school, I found myself, as an auxiliary teacher in one of the schools in our neighborhood. And it was such a thrilling experience for me, seeing young children, being able to learn, the smiling faces and all that. And, the longer I stayed and, interacted with these kids, I started to love, this newfound passion, right? So it continued, and sometime in 2018, early 2018. In fact, after a while, I moved from being an auxiliary teacher into being a classroom teacher, as it were. And so I started to handle more responsibilities. I started to love the job more. And for once, I thought maybe this, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, because apparently I wanted to, go into the medical school. I wanted to be able to learn about the human body and, help people get their health back. But this newfound, passion started to envelop me, and I started to love it more and more. So in 2018, a friend of mine reached out to me one day to say, Christy, there's this Bitcoin event I want you to attend. That was the first time in my life I would ever hear anything like that. Meanwhile, Bitcoin launched some, years back. That was in 2009, as it were. So you can imagine the time it took me to even learn there was a type of technology called Bitcoin. So I was interested because I'm always open-minded. I want to learn new things. I joined the event. And after the event, I was so fascinated about what this new technology, new to me, was set to do about blockchain, about Bitcoin, and all the fantastic things that I can benefit, from this technology. Of course, I've been working for years as a teacher, even before the 17. And so I thought this will also be an opportunity for me to earn more, since as a primary school teacher, I didn't earn much. I couldn't meet all my needs. I needed to also continue to support myself in my, education. So after attending the event, I was pumped. I wanted to learn more, to understand this technology and how I can leverage it to earn more. So 2 months after that introduction event that I went, this same friend of mine told me about an opportunity that can help me within this space, the blockchain space, that can help me build my, finance. I was so excited, but the challenge is I didn't know much. I was still very new, and I didn't know any better to do my due diligence. I didn't even know what to look out for. I was just excited and carried by the, mouth-watering returns that this new opportunity was offering me. Guess what, ladies? 3 months down into that investment, I lost up to $1,000. In fact, $1,000 to be precise. That was all my life savings. Now, in the part of the world where I live, which is Nigeria, as at the time, $1,000 is like a year's salary. Yes, it will take you a year or more, depending on where you work and the remuneration plan, to be able to save up that $1,000. So you can imagine what that meant for me. it was such a trying time for me. I was so devastated. I was so confused. I didn't know what to do with my life. Months went by and I couldn't summon the courage to tell anyone, not even my parents, what had happened to me. I was mourning deeply. But somehow, even in the midst of all these challenges and despair, I still found the courage to continue my studies about blockchain because it left a first-time impression in me the first time I attended that event. And I knew there was something very fascinating, very disruptive, and transformative about this technology. So I continued my journey. As you can tell, it was not so easy. The enthusiasm was at an all-time low, but I managed to push through. And of course, thanks to a friend of mine who eventually invited me to another event, another blockchain event. And that event gave me hope. It helped me, reorganize myself and relaunch myself into, the space. And I started to pick the courage to go through my journey. So all through 2018, 2019, 2020, and part of 2021, I was on that journey, learning, studying, but I had other challenges that were bugging me throughout that my journey. I didn't know of any women-led communities I could join. There were no materials that were designed to meet my own learning needs as a woman. The space is technical, as it were, technical jargons and all that. So it was a bit difficult for me to go as fast I would have loved to go in my studies and in my journey. So in one of the networking events I went for, I met a number of women and I started to have conversations with them. And they were sharing the same challenges. In that event, there were up to 100 people in attendance or a little more than that. But the women there were not even up to 10. So it just told me that there was so much gap in this space and that women were not getting the right attention. They were not being included, as it were, in this new and revolutionary technology. And I started to think, what can I do to change the narrative? How can I help more women gain awareness? And so in my everyday conversations, when I bring up conversation on Bitcoin, on blockchain technology, you will see women who have never heard anything like that. And so I started to think how I will, of course, build a community to help women learn more about blockchain technology, about cryptocurrencies, about Web3, and all the opportunities that are available. For me, one of the driving force being in the blockchain space was for financial empowerment. I needed to improve my life. As a classroom teacher, I didn't earn much, and it was a concern for me. I wanted to empower myself. I wanted to also support my family. So that hunger to learn, to be a better person, coupled with the fact that there were other women who were struggling as I am, became a burning desire in me. And so by 2022, I had started to form this idea. Of course, I had other mentors along the way that came. They were majorly male mentors, and I shared this vision with them. And they were so supportive. They encouraged me. They were giving me advice, sharing, insights with me. But again, my own personal thoughts, my mindset didn't let me go further at the time. I felt, was I good enough? Did I even know much? How can I even begin to share with other people what I didn't know much about? So it was about self-doubt. It was about not feeling, enough and worthy to share with other women. But you know what? I didn't let that deter me. So by 2022, I started working in the background to form or build how this community would be, the form and shape it will take, the name it's going to even carry. And so sometime in 2022, the name, I just woke up one morning and the name clicked. Yes, during my research, of course, I found a lot of communities out there bearing different names like Women in Blockchain, Women in Web3 Women Hub, all kinds of name as it were, who were doing the best as it were in the space to bring more women. So the question I asked myself, what name, what identity will we carry such that once that name is mentioned, no matter where, it's going to command attention, it's going to, make anyone pause and ask, what community is this? And so while I was still pondering over this, not even knowing what name to choose, because a lot of names were coming, blockchain ladies, women in blockchain and things like that. And I just didn't want a situation where it was like we're following the crowd. I wanted us to stand out. So I just woke up one morning, just going about my normal day activity, and this name just hit me. And I just heard it more like a voice, or maybe my inner voice mentioned BitQueens to me. And I immediately left what I was doing and went to my journal and wrote the name down. Then I started to search to know if there were other communities who were already bearing the same name, because it was important, to stand unique, to be unique and not, take over what someone else was already doing. And it was a delight to find out that BitQueens there were, no community focusing exactly on what we were doing that had this name. And that became a thing of joy for me, because a few people have asked me, even in my private conversation, why the name BitQueens? How did you come about this name? Some say Bitcoin, is it because you're talking about Bitcoin? Well, it's partly because we're talking about digital currencies and the technology. But what most people do not understand is that the word Bitcoin has different meanings depending on how you spell it. If you spell it beginning with a capital B, then it represents the technology that underlies it, which is blockchain. If you spell it with a small b, then it represents the coin itself, the cryptocurrency itself. And so for me, having, the word bit represents the technology itself, which is blockchain. And then having the word queens means that this community is focusing on women who are changing the narratives. Of course, we know the word queen. So when you mention the word queen, we know that queens rule their world. Queens command influence. Queens make things happen. And so for me, it was a beautiful wordplay, having the bit come together with queens. So we have a community of vibrant women who are making their marks in the blockchain space, who are changing the narratives, who are being in the forefront of this transformative and revolutionary technology. So that's how that name came. And since then, we've been able to launch BitQueens. So from a primary school teacher to a blockchain educator, that's how I got here. And since then, it's been one great step after the other, because in 2023, exactly was when we launched BitQueens, August, right? So first week of August, we created the community, and then we started to do some PR. I started to tell a number of my women friends. Of course, I had this very in-depth conversation with one of us here in the community, who really shared with me her concerns about wanting to learn about blockchain technology, but not having a community that she can learn with and all that. So all that put together gave us, the team, the opportunity to form this community, to say we want a community where women can learn about blockchain technology, about cryptocurrencies in a simple and easy fashion. So we launched our community August 2023, and we started to send word out and invite women to join our community. By 2023, still August 27th, precisely, we launched our first online meetup. It marked the official beginning of BitQueens. And if you are here listening, perhaps you can see you can see yourself captured in that event. It was such a beautiful one because we had women from Nigeria, from the UK, from the US, from India, from Cameroon, join our community. And that day we shared our joy, we shared our hopes for the future, we shared our excitement. It was a beautiful event. We still have that event running on our YouTube channel. It's the first ever online event we uploaded. We keep sharing it with new members. So if you've not seen that event or you were not at it, please go to our YouTube channel to watch it. You will love the excitement. Women were sharing their hopes. They were sharing the excitement for being in the community and what they intend to achieve. So for us, the journey has been quite an interesting one, an encouraging one. I wouldn't say we've not had challenges. Of course, there's been challenges, but all those challenges have not stopped us. They've not deterred us. Rather, they've given us the ability to be resilient, to continue to pursue the vision we have for BitQueens, to pursue our mission, to be focused, as it were, because we know this technology is one that is going to be bringing women into the limelight, giving women opportunity to express themselves. Apart from economic empowerment and financial inclusion, which women are suffering, across the globe, it also offers women the opportunity to find new careers or jobs or transition into new jobs. For those who are entrepreneurial in nature, they are able to also do blockchain-based businesses. Women can also go on to become change makers, contribute to causes that align to their own values. Of course, women can become tech innovators. Today, we are looking for women who can innovate, women who can provide solutions. And I tell you, women have this very unique perspective about things. And if given the opportunity, I know we contribute their own quota in making the world a better place. So blockchain technology, due to its decentralized nature, offers everyone, women inclusive, a level playing field to participate and, of course, make their marks in this revolutionary technology. Remember, it doesn't matter the industry in which you're in, whether you're a nurse, whether you're a doctor, you're a teacher like myself, or you're a business person, you're a fashion designer, whatever your industry is, there's always an opportunity. Are you a writer? Are you a content creator? The opportunity is available. Are you a lawyer? You have law background? The opportunities are enormous to leverage this technology to provide more value for humanity. Okay, so that's how the journey has been across social media. And of course, in our exclusive community, we have over 1,000+ women who are participating in our exclusive community, of course, on our social media handles. And so we're looking forward to expanding that in the coming weeks and months, and of course, years. So this is for the long term, right? It's for the long term. So in case you are still asking who BitQueens are or what we are doing here, BitQueens is a supportive community that is helping women learn about blockchain and cryptocurrencies and emerging technologies, as it were, like Web3, and how they can use these technologies to empower ourselves. So our aim in this community is to make learning very easy and enjoyable so that women can build the confidence and passion to begin to explore the enormous opportunities and potentials that are within this space. So that's what we are doing here at BitQueens. And we have a vision to achieve. We have a mark that we want to achieve. So we want to be a leading global platform for women education in blockchain. Yes. So when you want to talk about blockchain technology, communities providing blockchain education for women, we want to be at the top. We envision ourselves to be a leading global platform for women's blockchain education. And we have this goal to reach 250,000 women by 2027 and up to 1 million by 2030. Yes. So you can see the goal is quite enormous, but there's nothing that we cannot achieve if we put our mind to it and if we work together. So that's the vision. I want you to know that each and every one of you here in today's event carry a part of this vision. You are a part of what is happening in BitQueens. No matter where you may be, you're carrying this vision and you are a contributor to making this happen. So we want a community that will lead in terms of bringing more women, creating more awareness, helping women achieve their dreams, leveraging blockchain technology. So what's our mission? How do we achieve this vision that we have? We want to provide you with empowerment through education. So we give you access to our training programs, to our mentorship programs, to workshops, to events, to networking events, all types of resources that are available, specially curated to help you gain new skills, to help you gain knowledge that will allow you blossom and succeed in this blockchain space, including technical roles for women who want to go into the technical part and provide innovative solutions for the blockchain space. And of course, at the end, we want women who are vibrant and active contributors to what's happening in the blockchain and Web3 ecosystem. So this is our focus. This is what we want to do. We want to use all these educational resources to help you make sense of what's happening in this space, and so that you can unleash your potentials within this space and make a mark in your own world. So what are our core values? We're big on empowerment through education. We're big on community because we believe there is power in community. This vision cannot fly if we don't have a robust and vibrant community. And that's why we keep talking to more women, encouraging them to key into our vision, to learn of what we are doing. Inclusivity is one key or core value that we have in this community, because we want every woman to be carried along. It doesn't matter where you're from or the skills you already have, you can be part of our community. We want to be big on innovation. We want to advance in blockchain education and innovation. We want to be able to build products and services that women across the globe can use to enhance their journey within the blockchain space and contribute our own quota in developing and promoting the blockchain and crypto space. We're also working on collaborations. So you'll eventually see in the coming weeks and months, collaboration with other communities that are focusing on empowering women so that we can rub minds together, we can learn together, because the idea is to have more women and the vision is so big just for one community. So we're looking forward to having sponsorship, partnerships, collaboration with other communities to expand our vision and to reach more women. So it doesn't matter your background, diversity is our core value. We want women from different backgrounds, women from different cultures, women with different experiences to join our community. Yes, it doesn't matter if you're an 18-year-old or you are a 70-year-old. Our community is open for women to learn, to collaborate, to network, to share ideas, to achieve their blockchain dreams. And of course, we want to be known for our integrity. We, from time to time, going to be opening up to you how it's going with us. We will share our wins with you. We will also be open to share our challenges with you. So we want to be transparent. We want to maintain the industry standards. We want to do everything openly so that you are carried along, you are part of the journey, and you also contribute to the progress of our community. What are the educational and support programs we have? Of course, you know that we are big on training sessions. We've had training sessions since the inception of our community, nearly 10 months now, and we've delved into different areas of blockchain technology, different topics, different conversations, as it were. And we are even taking it a step further. So if you're already in our exclusive community, you will know that recently we've been making changes to our training sessions, and we've created additional training session where we will meet the needs of new members. We understand that women join our community at different times, and sometimes they feel not carried along because of the time they joined. So we thought it wise to have two separate training sessions where new members can bring themselves up to speed of what's happening, and then from there they can now choose their interest, focus, and expand from there. So we have the beginner level training session. We also have the intermediate training session. In the future, we'll also incorporate the advanced training sessions or programs so that we can also cater to women who have already gone ahead in their journey. So we're also looking to have mentorship programs so that women can learn specific skills that are of interest to them. We're also going to be hosting special events, something like this and more, where we get to collaborate with other communities, like I've said, online events, offline events, partnerships and collaborations. We could partner with brands in the space, have more like a roundtable conversation, and share our own insights about the industry, our expertise with the industry, lend our voice, and let the world know what we are doing here at BitQueens. Networking events, meetups. So this will require our participation in case you want to be our touch point at different areas in your location. We are going to be having these conversations in the coming weeks. We want to organize events, meetups, where we can begin to nurture smaller groups, both online and offline, so that we can reach more communities. Of course, we are going to be having community forums apart from the training sessions that we hold, like AMA sessions, that's Ask Me Anything type of session. It could be based on what's happening in the community, or it could be based on what we've learned in the past. That way, it offers us the opportunity to interact. That way, it also offers us the opportunity to listen more and talk less, so that we know what you want to learn and how you want to learn it. We're here to support your journey. Of course, we can have fun games, activities to keep the learning fun, to keep it enjoyable, and to help us sustain our interest. So that's for our educational and support programs. And this is where we want you to get involved. The contribution we're looking for has gone beyond women who will be part of the BitQueens team. We want a more robust contribution. So can you organize events? Do you have women within your community that you can talk to about what we are doing here at BitQueens? It doesn't necessarily mean you have to start teaching them what blockchain is or taking them through specific topics. Just creating the awareness, having such conversations. If you have opportunity where you meet with women regularly, then please get in touch with us. We want to start expanding our reach. We want to start going out there, meeting women, in the real life and having these conversations. Are you a coach or a mentor? Please, we also need you to be part. Or do you know anyone who is a coach or a mentor? This is the time to bring them on into our community. We want to have different mentors, different coaches come into our community, take charge of our training sessions, and share their knowledge with us. Yes, content creation is one way you can get involved. Are you a writer? Are you a content creator? We're looking to get more people to learn more about our community, educate other people through our social media platforms. So we're looking for women who are content creators, who understand how social media works, and who will be part of our team to expand what we're doing and let the word out about what is happening in the BitQueens community. Of course, we're looking for community support. There's a lot that goes in organizing a community. So if you know you have managerial skills, you want to be a community manager, you want to help us expand our community, you want to be an interface between us and other communities, then please, the opportunity exists. Of course, if you're deep into research and you want to help us develop materials, resources for our coaching programs, for our trainings, then the opportunity also is available. We're also looking for women who will take up leadership role. And so we are creating this mastermind where women who will join us to strategize on our short-term goals, on our midterm goals, on our long-term goals. Of course, to build a roadmap, design strategies that will help us achieve them. So the vision has gotten bigger. We're no longer looking for just women who will join the BitQueens team. We are making it a global affair, and we're looking for women to be part of what we are doing. So please, if you have any of the skills or interested, you don't even have to have all the skills required. I tell you what, in this journey, we are learning, we are adapting. When we started BitQueens, we didn't know everything, but today we've gained some knowledge, we have adapted, and we keep learning. So if the interest is there, please reach out to any of the admins in our community, or you can write us on info.bitqueens@gmail.com, info.bitqueens@gmail.com, and you have all the information. What is our long-term impact? What do we want to achieve in the long term? What's the impact we want to make? Or how do we want women to feel about their participation in the blockchain space, and of course, being part of our community? We want to be an industry leader in terms of being a leading voice when it comes to blockchain education for women. We are also expanding our community to be a global community. And so at this point, international partnerships and of course collaborations will be welcome. Of course, we are big on education, like we've said, and adoption. So we want to be a community helping more women get aware and of course adopt blockchain technology. We're also big on community growth. So we want our community to keep expanding, to have other branches in other parts of the world. We also want to be able to innovate and develop. We want to contribute our own quota in taking the blockchain and the cryptocurrency space forward. So we look forward to, in the long term, developing solutions, that will better humanity, because I tell you what, it's looking for innovators, solution providers, and we're looking forward to a time in the future where BitQueens will also be providing the much needed solutions in different areas of human life. Of course, we have social impact as one of the key areas, so women can contribute, partner, and support causes that align with their values. So we also look forward to making such impact in the future. So this vision has gotten way bigger than we thought, and it's an invitation for you to key in. I want each and every one of you to understand that you carry a part of the big picture, and we couldn't be more excited to have you in our community. So this is a call to join our community if you've not already done so. If you're listening to this, maybe on our social media platform, or someone shared this recording with you, please feel free to join our community. You can scan the QR code on your screen, and then it takes you to a page. It's an onboarding page where you learn more about our community. Of course, we are working on our website, and we're working on full documentation of everything we've discussed and more, so that we can have it in a repository where it's open source and anyone can have access to it. Partners, sponsors, anyone looking to sponsor a women-led community can see it, see the bigger picture, see what we're doing, and of course, coming to collaborate with us. So scan the QR code to be part of our community. We encourage you to join our training sessions. So when you scan this QR code, it takes you to our onboarding page. You get to see the different training sessions and the times and the days we hold these training sessions. You can even see our previous training sessions. So it just lets you in on everything that's been happening. And of course, we've talked about the volunteering opportunities, how you can get involved. This is a call for us to see this as a need to be part of what is happening and to join us. Of course, if you have donations or sponsorships for us, scanning this QR code also takes you to a page where you get to see the Work With Us column, and then you can drop us a mail and we'll be glad to take it up from there. Also ensure that you stay up to date of what's happening in the BitQueens ecosystem. Will continuously bring conversations like this, maybe once every quarter, so that we update you of what has happened, what we're working on, the challenges we're having, and how we can surmount them. Of course, we've talked about our mastermind, so this is the time to get involved in leadership, in governance within the BitQueens community. So it's been a pleasure sharing with you everything we've been doing, how we started, where we are, and what our vision is, the bigger picture. And if you want to partner with us or you want to collaborate, this is the link. Of course, the QR code takes you to our onboarding page where you get more information, or you can even write us on the address on your screen, that is info.bitqueens@gmail.com. I will be glad to provide you with all the information that you need. So in conclusion, the vision has gotten bigger. It's no longer a vision for one person. It has become a global vision, and we are calling you to be part of what we are doing at BitQueens. BitQueens wants to be a leading global platform for blockchain education for women, for empowerment for women. We want to be the community helping women get involved in the blockchain space in terms of finding new career paths, bringing their businesses onto the blockchain, creating social impact, technological innovation, and you just name it. So this is another call to be part of our community if you're a woman, and we'll be glad to have you join us. Connect with us on social media so that we can continue the conversation. And of course, we can continue to learn. You can share your thoughts and ideas with us, your suggestions, your concerns with us. We'll be more than glad to receive and respond to them. On Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube, our handle is @BitQueens. And then on Instagram and Twitter, now X, we are @BitQueens_. So you can make a screenshot of this page. It allows you to connect with us on our social media platforms. Thank you, ladies. And it's time now to get your feedback. It's time for us to chat, to receive your questions. Do you have any concerns? You have contributions? Are there suggestions you have? This is the time to do so. So I'll stop talking now and hand the mic over to you. Please feel free to share whatever commendations you may have, observations. Let's make it interactive. I'll be going to the chats. Feel free to unmute yourself. I'm going to make it possible for everyone to unmute themselves now so that we can chat. So you can unmute yourself now. I've made it possible for everyone to unmute themselves. Please feel free to contribute to the conversation. If you have questions about the changes that have been happening in the community, please, this is the time to ask questions or make your contributions. Maybe I should just stop sharing my screen now. Okay. All right. If you want to speak, if you're new, you can unmute your mic and say hello. It doesn't matter. So it's time to get your feedback.
Hi, Christy. I was waiting for the other lady, but thank you so much for actually going back to the beginning. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Awesome. Thank you so much for going back to the beginning on how you started BitQueens. It was so interesting to actually learn about that. And I wish I was around for your 2023, your inaugural meeting. That would have been absolutely fantastic. And I will try and find it on YouTube. It would be just so interesting to see. And the opportunities that you're creating now is just mind-blowing, because it isn't like you've started this, but you've got a vision for where it can go and where you'd like it to go with the support of the community. So yeah, it's exciting, very exciting indeed. And yes, I've been down that road, that your very first venture. And moving swiftly on.
I can imagine. We've had our own fair share of the experience, you know.
Absolutely. And as I keep saying, had I um had I made contact with you prior to these opportunities in quotes or disopportunities, um, a lot could have been prevented. So thank you for what you're doing now in the education to help us. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Carol. Thank you for your contribution. And yes, we count all those as learning experience. And that's why here at BitQueens, we want to provide you with all that experiences so that you don't make the mistakes that we made in the earlier times when we, first started. So let's look at the brighter side of our journey. There's a lot we can achieve together, and we're just getting started. So thank you, Carol, for your contribution, for your warm words and kind words and your encouragements. You've always been very active since joining our community, and we appreciate you being here and all the contributions that you make. Angela says, I'm glad to be part of this community and truly hope to be more involved. Thank you so much, Coach Christy. I'm so proud of you and your team for the vision you have for women and blockchain. Thank you so much, Madam, for your kind words. And it will be nice to have you participate more. Of course, you've always been here from the very start. We appreciate your presence and your contribution, and it will be nice to have you participate more so that we can carry this vision to every part of the world. Thank you, Madam, for being here, for supporting, and for sharing this wonderful thoughts with us. I think I saw, okay, Anioma says, just new and late. Uh-oh, so sorry, I went out and came back late. Okay. No worries. That's why we have it recorded. But as a new member, we welcome you. And this community is about helping you learn about blockchain technology, about cryptocurrencies and the opportunities that are available within this space and how you can leverage it to empower yourself. There's a lot happening, and what we want to do at BitQueens is to help you make sense of all that so that you can position yourself for the digital economy. The world is moving very fast, and this is not the time for women to be at the background. This is the time for us to be at the forefront. This is the time for us to change the narrative of how women should participate in this technology. So you're welcome. Like I said, we've captured this in a recording, so you can watch it. Please feel free to ask any questions that you may have as a new person. You can do it in our community, or you can reach out to any of us at the team. If you've not already connected with us on social media, please do well to do so and join our sessions. You will love it. You can even watch the old sessions or get ready for our beginner level trainings that will start soon. Okay, Obiocha says, very good initiative, King Christy. I'm happy you sustained the passion. Well done. Yes, thank you so much for your kind words, madam. It wasn't easy, but we have to keep moving. Life is about meeting challenges and turning the challenges into opportunity to even go higher. They say if the world gives you lemons, what do you do with it? You make lemonades, right? So that's exactly what we did with the past experiences we had. And we're now offering women the opportunity to have it better than we did when we first started. So thank you so much for your feedback. So please feel free to unmute yourself and speak if you have any questions, any contributions, any suggestions. Yes, we don't claim to know it all, especially running our community. So if you know anything we can do better, please feel free. I remember our last session, a lady observed that we've not been having collaborative training sessions or collaborative events, and I acknowledged that. In fact, after that, the lady still called me again and we had this hour-long conversation, and I could feel the enthusiasm in her voice and how passionate she was about helping more women learn about our community and bringing ourselves to the limelight. So that is well taken note of, and we are working behind the scenes to make that happen in the coming weeks. So do stay tuned for all that will be bringing up, a lot of changes happening, but one step at a time. So that's why we are soliciting your support. We want you to see how you fit in this bigger picture and what we are doing at BitQueens. Each and every one of us is a leader in the space in BitQueens, and I want you to carry yourself that way and give us your support, your suggestions, any ideas, anything that can help us build a stronger and a more vibrant community. Okay, so thank you. Laura is still here. Soma is still here. Mary is still here. Our very own Ruka is still here. Thank you already for the feedback you're sending in, but we want more women to speak. We want to hear you share your dreams. You can even tell us what your goals are, what you want to achieve. Please feel free to share all that with us. And then we will tailor our offerings, our trainings, our programs, our events to meet your needs. Yeah. So please make a screenshot of today's event. You can share them in our community. And of course, we intend to share all that went down here in our social media handle. So please make a screenshot, share with other women in our community. And of course, you can also share in your own personal handles. I want to also ask, if you're not already connected with us on social media, it's really very important that you connect with us. That way we can reach more women through our collaborative efforts on social media and interactions. Yeah. So we don't want to make this any longer than it is. We're 3 minutes past or 4 minutes past 9 p.m. West African time. If you have any more contributions, even if we don't have them now, remember you can always reach us at info.bitqueens@gmail.com. We shared our Linktree link. Actually, is a link that puts the whole links together and of course gives you an overview of what's happening in the community. So please feel free to click on that link. It takes you there. You can also see our social media handles. They're all active and running. You can drop a message for us or leave us any feedback if you don't want to share it with us here. But all the same, we're happy that you came out for today's event. It's been my pleasure on behalf of the BitQueens team putting this together, sharing my story with you. Next time, it may not be my own story. Maybe next time someone else will share their own story and we'll be there to share them on. We still remember when Carol came on in one of our events and she shared her story, how she got involved in blockchain at age 65. If you've not seen that event, is one of the videos on our YouTube channel that has, in fact, almost the highest views, right? Because it was an inspiring story. So you can go there and see it if you've not seen it. After this event, I'll share it again in our community. How she started her blockchain journey at age 65. She's, I don't know now, she's over 68 now, almost, 69 or clocking 70. So you see, there's no barrier in playing in this ecosystem. So that's why we are encouraging women to be part of what's happening, to position themselves in this new digital, revolutionary and transformative economy. So thank you, ladies, for joining us. Oh, absolutely. She says 69. Yes, thank you so much for confirming that. Angela says in the last 2 sessions, we discussed about AI being included in blockchain technology. I've seen a couple of AI links recently, and we'd love to have more understanding on those in our future sessions. Oh, absolutely. Yes, you took that out of my mouth. Yes, we've been thinking of incorporating artificial intelligence training sessions, maybe get experts from the industry to come educate us on what's happening there. There's a lot that can happen. And yes, I remember that conversation. We will take notes and organize to have deeper sessions in our future training sessions. So thank you, Angela, for bringing that up. Keep your ears to the ground for updates on that. Thank you. Laura said that was awesome and great interactive session. Well done, Christy. Thank you so much, Laura, for always being here and sharing your contributions and, of course, cheering us on in the community. So thank you, ladies, for coming on. Thank you, Carol, for always being here. Thank you, Obiocha, for being here, for your contributions. Thank you, Soma. Soma was one of the first, to be part of our community. She's been very supportive. Thank you, Virginia. Thank you for always sharing your thoughts, always being here. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Angela. Anioma, it's good to have you. Yes, I remember you joined over the weekend, and we're so delighted to have you. You're welcome. Please, let's share some love with Anioma. She's just joining our community, so you can just welcome her in the comments. Let's tell her we love her. She's welcome to our community. Ruka, oh, Ruka, our one and only chef, Ruka. Of course, she's been doing an amazing job helping us to manage the community, reaching out to the women and helping us organize our events. Thank you so much, Ruka. We appreciate the hard work you put in, your dedication and your commitment. Charity, yes, Charity has been here with us too for the onset, and we're happy to have you. Sharon Smith, welcome. And it's good to have you join us and, of course, be part of this vision. So thank you and welcome, Anioma. You can see a lot of feedback coming in for you. Angela says welcome. Soma says welcome. So we're happy to have you. Please do well to reach out to any of the admins for more information on how to get fully onboarded into our community. Yes, Kara says, yes, Ruka, thank you for the support you bring to the community. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, Ruka says, thank you, Coach K, for sharing your story. It was encouraging and challenging. Thank you for always aspiring. You're welcome. Yes, more welcome messages coming for you, Anyoma. Yes, we love you too. Thank you very much for a wonderful session. That's from Charity. Yes, thank you so much. So on this note, we'd like to call it a wrap. I'm so happy that you all made it here to today's event, and let's keep working together. Let's keep engaging. The vision has gotten bigger. This is a time to fold our sleeves and get to work, and you're all invited. Okay, so thank you, everyone, and we'll be back again next Sunday with another interesting episode. So keep your ears to the ground for what we are going to be discussing coming session. That's 8 p.m. West African time, 7 p.m. GMT. Of course, the new session, the new training session has not kicked off. So we still just maintain the Sunday session until we're able to conclude arrangements in the background. Then we can announce when we will kick off. So we're happy to bring all that value to you so that you can learn, you can grow, you can thrive in this community. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sharon, and see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Vyota. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Ruka. Thank you, Anioma. Charity, thank you for being here. Sharon, Angela, Soma, and
thank
Carl.
you, Steve.
Yes, thank you,
Bye.
everybody. Yeah, bye. Thank you, Virginia.
Have a wonderful week, everyone. Bye-bye.
Yes, you too. Bye, Carol.
Thank you. Bye.
Yes.